2023 was a great year for crypto, considering the market has been in slump throughout 2022, having endured high-profile collapses like Terra and FTX. Since 2023 began, Bitcoin seems to be the tide that has lifted many alt boats, as it had managed to make a gradual recovery early in the year, rising to 30K before picking things back up in full swing in Q4, making a yearly high of 44.2K in December. As the year closed out with a bang, let's look at the top 10 gainers we had in 2023. To be sure that our list doesn't contain every single meme coin that flew off the rails recently, we chose to only include coins in crypto's top 50 by market cap. Let's begin by starting at number 10 on the list, Near Protocol, a layer 1 blockchain prioritizing on speed and cheap transactions defined by its use of shards. Near has practically exploded in the last quarter and put in a high of 4.30 in December, producing a yearly return of 190%, likely driven by the release of Near's data availability layer, which they claim to be 11,000 times cheaper than Ethereum and 30 times cheaper than Celestia. It might also have helped that Near launched the blockchain operating system in early 2023. BOS is a developmental stack for Web3 developers to create and distribute dApps. Next up is Internet Computer, which pretty much was stagnant for most of 2023, then started climbing in November and eventually took off in the middle of December and put in a yearly high during New Year's Eve at 12.40, a 215% increase since the year began. Since Internet Computer's mainnet launch back in late 2020, it has seen some major developmental goals reached in 2023. Internet Computer aims to offer a decentralized internet for developers to build and host applications from. ICP is the token used to pay for transactions, storage, computation, and other services on the network. Number 8 is the Graph, a data indexing protocol that organizes data from various blockchains to enable developers to query and access blockchain data. In other words, a Google for blockchains.
What Google does for the web, the Graph does for blockchains.
The Graph's utility token, GRT, was seen to have spiked to 0.21 in February before grinding back down for the most part of 2023. As October came around, GRT rallied back up to about the same level, eventually reaching a high of 0.20 before the year closed out. At 7th place is another layer 1 blockchain, Avalanche. As layer 1 blockchains made a comeback in Q4 2023, the community seemed to have turned to Avalanche as they looked for the next winner in this domain. Perhaps thanks to the vestiges of the So Long AVAX meme from the last bull cycle. Avalanche put in an impressive rally since October, topping out at 43.36, producing a 262% increase since the year started. Other than increased attention on layer 1 blockchains, among other tailwinds include the Avalanche Foundation's $50 million investment in real-world assets tokenization and major banks tokenizing RWAs on Avalanche's subnets. Number 6 on the list is Optimism. While Ethereum has been taking a backseat during the recent market-wide rally, its layer 2 rollup, Optimism, is no slouch. Likely propelled by the increased adoption of Optimism's superchain initiative and its open source layer 2 developmental OP stack, Optimism had rallied since October and managed to put in a new all-time high of 3.96 before the year closed out, which marks a 294% gain. In 5th place is Immutable X, another Ethereum layer 2 rollup, but with a focus on Web3 gaming. Immutable X seemed to have captured some of the growth that came with Web3 gaming as the sector saw some resurgence in interest. Earlier in 2023, Immutable X climbed to a high of 1.55 before cooling back down. As November came around, Immutable picked it back up and put in a new yearly high of 2.49 right before the year closed, a 480% increase since the year started. Up next, in Fourth place is Stacks, a smart contract blockchain built on the Bitcoin network by using it as its data settlement layer. As the year began, Stacks was at 0.23 before rallying to 1.18 in March, around the same time Bitcoin's Ordinals protocol launched and gained momentum. Since then, Stacks has mostly sold off and declined until October came about. By then, the crypto market as a whole picked up steam again, and Ordinals was once again among the hot topics in the space.
If you've not looked into Ordinals, it's like something you should look into.
Likely fueled by the continued Ordinals frenzy, Stacks made a new yearly high of 1.63 in December, putting in an impressive 570% climb for 2023. Moving on to the heavyweights taking the top 3 gainer spots. Our next winner will in no doubt be one that is already living rent-free in most viewers' minds. Snagging third place on the list is none other than the leader in the alt layer 1 space, Solana. Despite receiving a massive 95% beatdown after the collapse of FTX in 2022, Solana has pulled off a dramatic recovery early in the year, where its price more than doubled to about $24 in the first quarter from 9.96. Even with major partnerships with big boys like Google, Visa, and Circle, alongside a slew of technical upgrades, this is all perhaps overshadowed by the unrelenting meme fest that has been happening on Solana. Since October, Solana has torn up the price chart, putting consecutive new yearly highs until it topped out at 121.45 on December 28th, resulting in a spectacular 923% yearly increase. However, this is followed by a precipitous drop to 101.33 by New Year's Eve. The runner-up on this list is yet another layer 1 blockchain, Kaspa. Built based on the Ghost DAG protocol, which could be thought of as a more scalable version of the Bitcoin consensus, Kaspa aims to deliver high block rates while retaining the security and decentralization offered by proof of work consensus. Kaspa started the year at 0.008 and embarked on a rally that began around March, but eventually sent it to an all-time high of 0.039 in April before cooling off. As the community gets excited with the launch of Testnet 11, which features an upgrade that increases Kaspa's block rate to 10 blocks per second, the project went on another rally that brought its price to roughly 0.05 in September before consolidating for 2 months. Then in November, Kaspa went on a rampage, resulting in a new all-time high of 0.15 and a whopping 2,080% yearly increase before a correction ensued. Let's give it up for 2023's best performing gainer, Injective. Injective is a DeFi-focused layer 1 that is tackling the MEV issues prevalent in EVM environments, while featuring auto-executing smart contracts. Injective was seen on a steady uptrend up since the year began, reaching a high of 9.32 before consolidating for more than half of the year. As Injective announced in EVM, an EVM-compatible layer 2 developed in collaboration with Caldera and the Volan upgrade, the project took off since October and eventually printed a new all-time high of 43.52 on December 26, 2023, beating every project in the top 50 crypto by market cap with an incredible 2,851% rally. Whew. What a year 2023 was for crypto. Well, that's all for the top 2023 gainers in crypto's top 50 by market cap. Which project surprised you the most? Well, let us know down in the comments. It seems like the suits are coming for crypto. So if you would like to learn about how real world assets are being tokenized, well then check out this video right here.